Tell us a little bit more about the uses of hemp, and where do you think that this is going, and how it is really a sustainable practice to be using hemp?
When you start from the basis, hemp is a plant which produces a lot of biomass and also needs very little input for that. So it uses little amount of water. It doesn't need as much fertilizers or stuff like that to make it grow. And compared to petrochemical based products, it is better deteriorated by nature. So it is a product which comes from nature and can also return to nature. And it has, as one plant, it has multiple very useful components which can be transformed to products. So the hemp plant is made up of, out of the stalk, which has an outer rim of fibers and the central core of wood that can be separated. From the fibers you can make clothing, you can make composites for example, car parts. And from the woody core you can make, like you mentioned, the hempcrete materials, or you can make animal bedding. And when the plant grows further, it produces seeds. Those seeds are composed of oil and how do you call it, protein. So it's actually a very nutritious seed, which can be used for all animals to eat. Or it can be pressed for its oil, which can be used as a mechanical lubricant, can be used as a fuel source. But the main difference between the classical way of doing things, or not actually the classical way of doing things, the modern way, which started 100 years ago with petrochemicals, is that hemp can be biodegraded. Petrochemicals cannot be biodegraded. So a fast-growing plant can be used to store carbon, and it can be made in all the products which are now being used, but they can actually be biodegraded, which ensures that the world doesn't get polluted.
Thank you for answering that. I think that really answers my question around sustainability, how hemp is used, what are different uses. What's really the difference between hemp and cannabis?